Today we are going to learn the meaning of the term economics over here. Okay. Now let's see. This word economics have been originated from one Greek word, and that Greek word is oikos nomos. The word oikos means home. We all have home, right? And nomos means management. So if we combine these two words, it becomes home management. So economics means home management. Okay. So what is the meaning of this term home management? Okay, now let's understand what is this home management. Home management means how we manage the activities in our home. Basically, all the activities of our home is being managed by our mother, right? All our mothers manage our household. Suppose your father gave a lump sum amount of money to your mother and tell her you have to use this money for the whole month. You have to satisfy the need of the family, like foods and your requirements, with that money only. So your father gave, suppose, 15,000 rupees to your mother to run the family for 1 month. Okay, so she has 15,000 in hands, and with this 15,000 rupees she need to satisfy the needs of yours, your father's, the whole family she has to run. Okay, food item, clothing, whatever your requirement. Suppose you tell your mother's, mom, I want a new dress. Mom, I want ice cream. What your mother will tell? I only have a limited amount of money. This 15,000 is limited, right? It will come to an end if she will overuse this money. So she has to plan very carefully so that with this limited money she can satisfy the need of her family as much as she can. Okay, so what she will first choose? She will first use this money to satisfy your hunger. Okay, because food is our basic need of all human being. So first she will focus on buying food item, which is the necessities for all human being to stay alive. Okay, then if she will have remaining money, then she will try to fulfill your extra needs. These are the secondary needs. These are the basic needs: food, clothing and shelter. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you is that it is like a home management, that the way we manage in our home, same is for society, same is for the whole society. Suppose this whole world is one family, a big family. Whole world is a family. And suppose we have got trees in our world. So this trees belongs to everyone, belong to the whole family. Now suppose one family member wanted to make furniture from this tree. One person wanted to make fire from this tree, because everyone have equal rights. Each member of the family has equal rights in the resources. So this tree is a resource over here. And this family is a society, like our home. Okay. So suppose this tree requires 50 years to grow. And if we make furniture, it will stay for suppose 200 years. And if the same tree will be used as fire, it will get finished in just 5 minutes. Now tell me, what you will do with this tree? Which one is more important? Will you make furniture, or you will just use it for as a firewood? Obviously, we will use this tree to make furniture because it will stay with us for a long period of time. If you will just burn it, it will get vanished in 5 minutes. Correct? So, are you understanding the meaning? That we have got limited resource, and with this limited resource we have to decide from various alternatives that what we want. The one which will give us maximum satisfaction, we will use our resource in that and not use it for that purpose which will get vanished in few minutes. Okay, students? So let's take one more example to make it more clear. As I have told you that your mother gets limited resource. Okay, let's suppose only 15,000 rupees per month your father gave her to manage the house. Okay, to buy food, to buy whatever you require. He just gave her 15,000 to run the family for 1 month. Now suppose with that money she has to do so many things. She has to arrange food, she has to buy you clothes, she has to pay for your tuitions. Now suppose she has 3 children. The first one is a very good student. She gets 95% marks every time, minimum 95% marks in an exam. And the other 2 are not so well with their study. They get suppose 50% marks. Now what your mother will think, where to utilize this resource, since she has a limited amount of money, right? She has a limited resource, only 15,000 rupees. Now suppose she won't be able to provide tuition to all 3. Who she will choose? Obviously, she will try to give tuition to the one who is more interested in study. She will give her tuition. She will give her every needs, new books, everything what she requires, because she knows that if she will spend money in this children, the outcome will be much better. And if I will put money over here, if I will give tuition to this, then they are not so interested in study. My resource will go on waste. So understand it, in a society people try to use their resources in such a manner where they will get a good result. Can you relate it from my previous example? Over there we were using the wood to make furniture because we can use it for a longer period of time, and we were not using it as a firewood because it will get vanished in few minutes. Same is here. The mother is utilizing the resource in that children who can use that resource in a much proper way, so that a good result will come out of that. And she is not utilizing the resource over here where the result will be not so good. Okay, so same is for the society. Okay, so in the example which I have took over here, that is not the case. Our parents are so nice that they try to fulfill all our wish. Okay, they even sacrifice their own wish. Maybe your father wanted a new watch, but he's not buying a new watch. because he needs to pay fees for your tuition fees so that you can study. Your mother may needs a new clothes, but she's sacrificing that for you because she can't use this money to buy herself a new clothes. She has to pay for your tuition fees. So, as a good student, as a good children, we should understand our parents' sacrifice, and we should utilize their resource in a much proper manner so that they will feel proud of us. Okay, students. So, why I'm getting in depth like this? Let's come back to economics. So, economics is this only. Economics is exactly this thing that in our society we have got limited resource, and with that limited resource we have to satisfy our needs, and everyone knows that the need of human being are unlimited. It is never ever ending. As our one needs get satisfied, our new needs crops up, our new needs comes forward. So our society needs to use that resource, limited resource, in such a way so that the unlimited needs of the people get satisfied in a much efficient manner. Got that? We should not waste any resource of our society. So if we can make a definition of economics in our own word, see, I have not used a textbook, I have not used a definition of a textbook. I'm just using it in my own words so that you all can understand, you can relate it with your real life. Okay, because the motive over here is not to make you a robot. The motive is to make you a good human being, to make you understand things around your society, around the environment. You need to understand that. Okay, so try to understand and make your own creative answers. Okay, I'll make a creative definition for you all. You will just see